Alrighty, how's it going, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of the Daily Climb. There's a little bit of a snafu when we recorded the last one. Unfortunately, immediately after recording it, I had some traveling I had to do, so it looks a little silly that we make like a 20-day skip. Man, we really landed right on these trees, huh? Well, excuse me, Bing Bong, you're coming with me, pal. I think we are, we've got significantly better luck this time. I'm feeling it. Also, we might get lucky. I'm pretty sure the new biome is active, and I haven't gotten to play in the new biome yet. So, we'll get to see all about that, perhaps. Grab some coconuts here. And then, cook those on the fire and be on our way. We just like crack them. Oh, right up against this tree, my good sir. Go ahead and crack this bad boy. Cook it. Huge. Cook this one. Oh, didn't mean to step in the fire there. We'll do another one just for funzy. Cook that. And this one we can just throw away. I'm feeling it though. We're prepared this time. Ignore the fact that our... Ooh, there's another luggage right here? Oh, trail mix. Well, I'm just gonna eat this then, I guess. Didn't even notice that there could be luggage this close. The beach also looks a little bit different, but, you know, that's fine. Get a nice picture there. Oh. I guess I did remember them saying something about how they were gonna rework the first area, so it wasn't just, nothing. But, anyway, hopefully you're doing good. Everyone's having a good, whatever time of the day it currently is for them. Right now, I'm trying to get back into the schedule of, waking up early to get stuff done before work. Because I kind of fell into that loop of, if I go to sleep late, I can still get 8 hours. And then I can wake up and go to work. But then that kind of just feels like a drag because you get caught in a cycle of, oh, I just got off of work, I want to do something. And you're just perpetually going to bed late, waking up late. It's not very productive. Definitely can understand why old people are always, so adamant about waking up early to get stuff done. Man, look at that. Nice voice crack, dude. Anyway, all is good. I'm gonna try to be consistent about peaking, at least. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Put a lot of hours into it recently. Got my lone wolf badge not too long ago, even though I'm not really trying to, not trying to wear the lone wolf ears. They're kind of like a flex, but also the hat goes too hard. Scoutmaster hat is, kinda sick. Although I think we pontificated last time about whether or not you could run into the Scoutmaster, solo, and I don't know if you can. See, this is dangerous. Putting luggage down here in this first area makes me want to explore it, and I don't know if that's good for me. Okay, well, we'll eat a coconut for our first aid kit. That seems like a fair trade. Balloon? What? Oh, okay. Interesting. I think I see. Attaching a balloon gives me a little bit more weight, but I would imagine that if I run into like a spiky plant or something, that it'll pop. I don't know. I guess we will find out one way or another. Go ahead and get this. Kind of like a nice little, sunset to start off with right off the bat. I dig it. Didn't really pay too much attention to the choices of paths that we had, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. This looks like it's working pretty well. My only gripe I really had with the starting area, aside from the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of anything there, was that it really felt like there was maybe 2 or 3 paths and then you were just cooked. And it definitely penalized you for going on the outside a lot. A mushroom bush, huh? That's very neat. Nice little bushel of mushrooms. The fog's rising. If there's one thing I can learn from my last run, aside from not losing, spoilers, but I need to be a little bit faster with my timing. Especially if I'm gonna get caught in a nasty biome, i.e. the tundra. Definitely my least favorite biome. I just, you know, like, I always convince myself it's not a good idea to go interior to try to climb there. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'll just go to the outside. It'll be easy. And I get to the far outside, and then it's like, oh, wow, there's, my balloon. I get to the far outside, and it's just, it's brutal. It is just a brutal, brutal place. Because it just feels like the world stops generating about on the 80% area from either side. Like, if you're looking at, I guess, one of those bell curves, that 5% area for either side is where it just feels like there's nothing. Quintessential no man's land and mountain climbing. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is... I mean, that's... How do we feel about, get up here? And, like, do we think we can make it over here? We can, alright. There we go, it's just that easy. I really don't like being this close to the foggy edges. Oh my goodness, what happened there? What on earth? But moving on from that, since it looks like we've kind of got a pretty easy climb up to the top, man, I hope everyone's ready for Spider-Man. For Spider-Man and Avatar. The next two Magic the Gathering sets. You know, two back-to-back sets of Magic that, have nothing to do with Magic. I'm so stoked. And I'm really excited for the people who come in specifically looking for those two sets. Because if there's one thing that I know from, growing up around Marvel nerds and, like, half-baked anime nerds, not to poop on Avatar, I'm a big Avatar fan, but that's really kind of like, I would say, dude, what is this? I'd say Avatar is like a gateway show to, most anime. Can I climb through that little crevice there? I just know people are gonna come in and they're gonna want to scalp, and I'm very concerned for the future of hobbies because of the fact that it seems like every set... Oh, can we... Come on. Come on. You can get through there. Oh, we can. We've done it. It feels like every set has some sort of weird, supplementary product that people immediately buy all of. Can I don't... What is my goal here? Can I get to the top of this tree? Is this something I can do? It is. Okay, get some stamina back. We're chilling. We can't really see. Alley-oop! Was this a devastating mistake? Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it all the way over there. Can we get it? No! We got it. Just barely. Just barely. And from here, I think we're fine. That was a little risky for the biscuit, though. But anyway, you know, the supplementary product just immediately going to get scalped out. Oh. Oh. I almost goofed it. Hold on. Bing Bong. We'll figure it out, Bing Bong, don't worry. Okay. I hate to have to use an energy drink this early, but... Come on, up here. Alright. Now we're sleepy. That's fine, though. See, this is what I was talking about the exterior appendage of this island. I think I'm just cooked. Like, what do I even do here? I would hate to have to immediately go and restart this, but I'm thinking we've made a horrific mistake. Because I don't know if there's any way for me to, like... Maybe I can wedge myself up here? Yeah, I can definitely wedge myself in that corner, right? No, I can't. No, I can't. Oh. Okay. Is it too late to make my amends on this way? I don't think it is. I don't think it's too late. I think we just accept the fact that we made a mistake, and, we move on. Okay. Oh, there we go. Nope. We're still good. Against all odds, we're still alright. We've got time to make up for lost time. What we got goofed on our last run was we were too stubborn to realize the path we had chosen was incorrect. But anyway, it's just like, I don't know, it feels like the game has sort of become a secondary... Ooh, there's a magic bean, yoink. Become a secondary vessel for the consumer. Where, you know, it's a collectible card game. You know, I get it. I understand the appeal. But, I mean, it's a pretty fleshed out game. And it seems like a lot of the people that I see coming in are there specifically to either collect or to try to flip. And of course, we already know my opinion on flippers. But it's just, it's sad. It's sad to see how far it, in my opinion, has dropped since I started playing back in, like, 2014. Can I even get up here? Not quite. I think this will be an easier route for it. Since I started playing back in, I think it was actually 2016. It's whenever, Eldritch Moon dropped, which was probably around that time frame. Can I shift up here? Nope. God, what did they have really ramped up the difficulty of the starting area. Used to just be a kind of a joke. But I guess now I'm actually gonna have to pay attention to the mountain generation and, you know, mountain climb appropriately. What a very silly thing. But I don't know. I'm holding out hope. There's no point in being incredibly pessimistic because, you know, on the brighter side of things, despite the fact that I keep saying eventually they're going to outpace the ability for their customers to buy product because, you know, they used to always have 6 or 7 releases a year, but it wasn't always a new set. Sometimes it'd be like a, you know, a dual decks. Sometimes it would be, you know, sleeves and other, like, accessory product. But now each one is just their own thing. 6 new sets a year minimum, plus all of the mechanically unique cards that they drop on the secret lair, like the secret lair drops, where you can just hopefully get something, but most of the time not really, because they get immediately bought out by bots. The most recent one being the Sonic secret lair. You know, back in my day, of course, all of the cards that came out in the secret lairs, they used to just be skins, right? You know, like the Fortnite secret lair. That was just Fortnite skins on top of cards that already existed, but now the precedent's been set for mechanically unique cards, which means if you don't pick them up in the secret lair, typically you can't get them. Sometimes they'll do reprints, like with the Stranger Things cards. They had mechanically unique Stranger Things cards that got reprinted with weird people that I don't think are lorically relevant. And I think they did the same with the Street Fighter cards. But I doubt that they're going to do it with something like Sonic. Because that's kind of a big IP, and I'm sure there's some sort of agreement like, hey, you're not going to reprint these cards. But who knows? Maybe I'm just washed up. I'm an old boomer card player. I'd like to think that's not the case, but Final Fantasy was the #1 Magic selling set the #1 selling magic set of all time before cards were even revealed for it. So, who knows? Maybe I'm just a fool. What, I'll put this lantern here and just make an assumption that we're not going to be going to the cold area. Put this here. I'm gonna cook my sports drink real quick. The tropics. Okay, I guess I forgot that's what that's called. Fake fan. Excuse me, Mr. Statue. Might I borrow an anti-rope cannon from you? Thank you. And we'll throw that somewhere. We have a normal rope cannon. Yeah, I can't get rid of Bing Bong. Here, I'll just get rid of my magic bean. I'll hold on to a rope cannon. And then I guess we can actually eat our marshmallow. We're kind of hungry. Oh! I forgot. I freaked it. Oh well. Off we go. We'll take our lantern to throw around just in the meantime. See how things go. I know that recently, as most games do nowadays, as Peak got popular, I think they just hit their 10 million copies milestone. There was a copycat game, or what most people like to say, like a AI slop variant. It's just so funny how there's always people trying to ride off the coattails of these indie games. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it works. Like, sometimes people find something that really has some formulaic success, where you get like, you know, Lethal Company was a big one. And then from Lethal Company, that genre sort of exploded, and you got a lot of AI slop variants, but then you also got good ones, like Repo, where they're, you know, unique enough in their own rights that they can exist in the same zone without sort of stepping on people's toes. They've got a difference enough in their genres. And by genre, I mean like not gameplay genre, but I mean like thematic genres, to where they attract different people. And I think a big contributing factor to that, of course, is whether or not you're willing to let your game be open source, or whether you make it mod friendly. I feel like that's a lesson that a lot of developers have learned over the last 10 years, that being allowed to mod a game, or giving people access to the files, or, you know, engine stuff, is pretty integral for the longevity of a game. I mean, you know, for example, like TF2. You think if TF2 didn't have the amount of love and care put into making files available, do you think that it would be as long-lived as it is currently? I mean, probably not. The amount of different gameplay and maps and mods, and just the amount of different ways that you can play a game like TF2 is actually quite incredible. But, you know, that all had to start with, you know, a little bit of developer trust. And the same thing extends for stuff like, you know, Repo, Lethal Company. They've all got pretty bustling mod support. But who knows? With the way things are going, it might get a little dicey. I'm in between a rock and a slippery place right now. Might get a little dicey with all the push for these AI programming tools. I haven't really looked into any of them, just because it's not something I plan on doing on my free time, is trying to teach an AI to make a program. At that point, I'd rather just go through the effort of learning how to do it myself. But apparently, they're popular enough to where they can just throw ads everywhere. Like, I've been seeing a ton of ads for, like, Replicate or Replit or whatever it's called. An agent where it's, you know, the selling point's always, have you ever wondered why there's not an app for that? Well, now there can be, with Replicate Agent. All you gotta do is tell it what you want the app to do, and then boom. And of course, they always have testimony like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy dude man, and I just do guy dude man stuff. But I had an idea for an app, but I don't know anything about programming. So I just I told a Replit agent to do this, and then we sold the app, and we made like $1 bajillion, and now I'm a doctor." Like, hey man, that's awesome. And I get it. Everybody's looking for that product they have to shill. But hey, I really don't know if I trust you. You just seem like a generally untrustworthy kind of guy. Especially when there's about 45 UQ cards worth of text at the bottom of the screen that has some sort of verifying or stipulating verification, like description for why they're talking, or like if they're actually like, oh, this person's a paid actor, not a Replit user. But in their defense, it could entirely be true. The things that I have seen AI do has been nothing short of both impressive and concerning. I'm kind of stuck halfway in between what I feel about AI. Well, okay, let me rephrase. From an objective perspective, dude, my balloon's going crazy. From an objective perspective, I think AI can be a good tool, and I think it's interesting to see where it came from. Now, I am pretty jealous because, my degree path was in digital media production and design. And you want to talk about a field... Oh, there goes my balloon. You want to talk about a field that's been kind of turned into the remnants of what it once was. Trying to get entry-level positions or trying to get, like, freelance stuff for digital media design, graphic design, stuff like that is a huge pain because, unfortunately, AI has kind of got it down to a T for the most part. Of course, beans. Of course, if somebody's looking, they can tell when something's AI made. Like, there's a purple penguin near our house that has some very primitive AI stuff that, you can just tell something's off. The weird stable diffusion just looks uncanny, and, back in the day, I guess a year or so ago, AI could not do penguins very well. Golly Moses, why is there... Where's my ledge? Where's my little endpoint? But to the modern person who doesn't really know too much about it, that does not, oh, my saving grace. Give me this. It doesn't seem off to them. They're just like, oh, that's a pretty interesting looking drawing. But to someone like me, it's like, oh yeah, you know what? I can just take my diploma and I can just rip that bad boy up. Okay, how far is this rope gonna go down? Hopefully far enough. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do, pig. And like, one of the few skills that I was certain that would at least have me an in, even though I didn't like it, I hated making websites. I think Dreamweaver is cringe, and I did not enjoy most WYSIWYG softwares. But I was like, okay, well, after getting my degree, the only actual job I've gotten with it was working on a website. But like now, all these WYSIWYG softwares have their own AI agents. They're like, oh, this is what you want? We'll just do it for you. And it's, unless you're like somebody, unless you have a name out there, it's pretty hard to convince people like, hey, I know you can pay like $5 for that AI and get something that works, but you should actually pay me an hourly rate to get something done. It's very hard to convince people to do that, especially in the area that I live, where it's a 50-50. Well, I'd say it's like a third split 3 ways. between military people who are stubborn enough to where they'll do it themselves without AI and it'll look like garbage. Like there's a military insurance guy around here who his business card is just Ho from Kung Fu Panda, but with like a Special Forces beret on it. And of course, I assume that he's not large enough to where DreamWorks is like, hey man, what the hell? But if I was to convince him that, you know, I could do something for him to make it not garbage, he'd be like, hey, my daughter made this for me. Or like, hey, it works fine. That's what people know me as. They know me as the, you know, the Kung Fu Panda that sells insurance. So that's like a third of it. The other third of it is rednecks who have no use for such technology anyway because they're working blue-collar jobs. Ooh, I just got a arborist badge. Reach the top of a really big tree. Let's go. And then the final third is like rich old people who similarly are either like, oh, I'll get my grandson to do it, or oh, I'll just get this little funny computer guy to do it for me. So it's an uphill battle. I've gotten a couple of gigs after my degree for doing digital media stuff, but freelance work is very difficult, especially because you realize that, man, I think I'm going to get poisoned here. Yep, there it is. Especially when you realize that people don't actually know what they want. And what they want is not what they really want. Because there's this sort of half obligation for you to do what they want, but also do something that's going to work for them. Like, one of the clients I had, they were like, hey, I just want my website to look like this website. But, like, they didn't realize that their competitor's website, you can't just, like, copy their website. That's just never going to work. Do we want to be on fire for a little bit? Maybe. Helped our hunger out some. You know, because, like, of course, I could have just made their website one for one very similar to their competitor's website. But I just... That's not something that's going to fix their problem of no one using them. Now, making it in a similar style, I had to work very difficultly, work very hardly, work very intensely? That's probably a better word. I had to work very intensely to convince them that this website I had made for them was, like, similar in nature, like it hit the same tonal vibes, but was not just a one-for-one duplicate of their competitor's website. Oh my god. Dude, why is it even raining here? And also, I just don't think I'm going to be able to get up this rock. And I've somehow managed to find myself on the outside again. This is turning into a, really lengthy first few stages. Let me sneak past this plant real quick. I guess we'll try that crevasse. That little crevasse over there once it stops raining. Alright, huge. And we just drop here. There it is. Didn't have to use too much of our stamina. Golly Moses. What do we got up here? Is this something I can goofy walk on? No, it's not. It is not. Oh. Ah, jeez, Rick. What to do, what to do. It's alright. We will... Oh, mama. Ooh. Okay, there we go. We saved ourselves from exploding our legs. I guess we'll try this way, man. I don't stinking know. Another second. We hop on this vine, though. It's gonna start raining again. Alley-oop. Oh, that's a really long fall. Get up there. Don't explode that. Ooh. Alright, we're good. Oh my goodness, luggage. And it's only directly next to a little exploding plant. Get a little crevasse here. I can't stop because they're in. We've already taken too much time on this zone, for sure. For sure, we have taken way too much time here. I yearn for a day when we get those vines that do not have spikes on them. That would be very cool, I think. I always get a little bit of hope inside because I look down and I see like, oh dude, there's no spikes on this. Maybe today's gonna be easy. But it's actually, the spikes haven't rendered yet. Get prank. Might need some food here in a second. We're, getting a little hungry. Okay, stop. Stop ham-boning with the cliff, man. We gotta get around this. There we go. There we go. See, now we're making progress. Ignore that we just very narrowly almost slipped off there. Alright. Going good. I think we're nearing it. We're nearing the second rest site, where inevitably we will end up eating our marshmallow again. I don't know if anyone else has done this run for the day, but it seems like there's not a lot of food. Oh, come on now. Be very for real with me. You waited for it to rain right until I got on that. If we just walk across it. Okay, so even if you're not touching the spikes, you still take the poison. That's good to note. Good to note. Got an energy drink in our bag. Really don't want to use that. Bing Bong. You got any snacks on you, man? I could really use like a granola bar or something. Just a granola bar from my buddy Bing Bong. Not to be confused with my not buddy Bing Bong. I think that's the elephant guy from Inside Out, I believe. The only reason I know that is because I saw an article. You know, occasionally I accidentally scroll too far to the left on my phone. It'll give me the Samsung news and be like, oh, do you want to read these? And I saw one that's like unlocking the secret Bing Bong plush. And I was like, oh my god, secret Bing Bong plush. I really gotta know what this is. And then it was talking about like Disney Dreamlight Valley. I was like, I'm not interested anymore. For a second, I was like, dude, Bing Bong's really made it. He hopped up out of Peak and he's now a Disney property. Nope, that's apparently the elephant guy. Elephant guy from Imagination Land. Old Bingus Bongus. Oh, brother. What do we think that the odds are that that's got food in it? Gotta be like 100,000%, right? Guaranteed there's food in here. That's not at all what I wanted. But we'll like walk around with it, I guess. Just in case we run into any predators. Throw that up there. That seems like the easiest route to get up to the top right now. Please don't break your legs. Okay, well there's our drink. It didn't quite make it up there. I'm shocked that that did not damage our legs. Basically, we have adamantium legs. Alright, yeehaw. Do we have any food? I don't think we have any food, and we haven't seen any edibles in a while here. Okay, let's jump. Alley-oop. We didn't slip, so we're basically balling. We're gonna hop over here. And, I guess we're gonna hope that there's some berry bushes at the top of this mountain. I hate to keep immediately eating my marshmallow as soon as I get it. But the alternative, as far as I'm aware, is, starving. So we'll try to avoid that if we can. We are, down another layer. Can almost taste those flares at the top of the mountain. Alright, Mr. Statue. What do you got for us? Oh, I see berries. The anti-rope spool. Also a very good tool. Now if I drop it, yeah. Okay, let's, go ahead and eat that. And then we're gonna put this rope spool in here so it doesn't fly away. And we're gonna prep these berries for consumption. Because I do not want to eat the... Oh, there you go, you're hidden. Thought you could hide from me. Do not want to eat the marshmallow yet. Start that campfire up. Get that marshmallow toasted. I guess we'll just keep it in our hands. Oh, airplane food? Oh, jeez, Rick. That's, airplane food's pretty good. Wait, I think we still have an energy drink in the bag. I think we just throw that away. For the sake of airplane food. Hiya. Nope, I don't want that. Go ahead and cook that up. Yeah, I mean, it's really convenient, right? That, Bing Bong created a, oh, beans. That Bing Bong created an airline, and then, created airline food, but prepackaged, like TV dinners. Because I think somewhere in the lore he got a divorce. And I imagine having unlimited access to TV dinners is, like, super, super chill. I believe that it's super chill, and eventually it'll be better for Bing Bong because, you know, he's just a chill guy. And every woman, or perhaps man, would be overjoyed to have access to a Bing Bong in their life. Okay, come on, man. Be so for real with me. I didn't even get down the mountain. Alright, as soon as we get a chance, we're gonna run over there, do a little scrum through that luggage, and then we're gonna be on our way. Probably need to take a... Ooh, trail mix. And we'll walk this heat pack with us. Just so we can make some more progress the next time that... Ooh, make some more progress the next time that we end up in a frozen storm. Okay. Come on, you can make this jump. Oh, I dropped it. Alley-oop. There we go. I didn't know that you could drop stuff if you pushed up against the wall long enough. Okay, bandages, that's cool. God, the... Goodness gracious, the Alpine is just so, it's so steep. Nope, there's some remedial fungus. Wouldn't mind carrying that with me, but we got a first aid kit, we'll be alright. Okay, how far can we go before we start taking damage again? We're on the side of a wall, so I think we might just be cooking here. Okay, we are cooking. Let's throw this over there. Hopefully not into another crevasse. Alright, we've done it. Now please, I beg of you. Oh, let's go. We saved the heat pack once more. Now I'm tempted, if I can avoid it, I really don't want to use the heat pack. Because a lot of runs, I've gotten to the point where I'm fighting off fog in the Alpine because I committed too hard to a really bad area. Alright. Trail mix. Yummy. Let's keep going. Ooh. An emergency suitcase up there. Might be pretty awesome. And we got the music cue. The greatest music cue of all time. It means that we're about to face our greatest trial yet. Sports drink. That's alright, I guess. We got some more remedial fungus over there. No. I think here's where we crack this and see what we got in the explorer's luggage. A kitten and a chain launcher. We'll take a chain launcher. It's a brutal storm here. Very brutal storm. We'll be making progress through it. We got no time to spare. I still don't know 100% if... Okay, what? It goes up like that. I mean... You know, I don't... As the kids say, I don't really F with the, lava. I'm not a big lava guy. That was miserable. Try it again. Gonna keep walking up with our chain launcher. Make this jump here. See how far we can get. I'm very afraid of throwing this chain launcher up and there being a giant chasm. Okay, we're out of the hot stuff. Oh, crouch. Stay warm. Get in this corner. We're still taking cold damage. I don't want to go any lower though. What about here? Can we get here? Is this safe? Okay, cool. We're good. We're chilling. Does proximity to lava... There's a lot of luggage that way. Throw that up there. Does proximity to lava make not freezing a thing? Do a quick check over here. Okay, we didn't throw the chain launcher off. That's good. It's a good start. Oh. Gotta get inside chain launcher. It's cold out here. There's so much luggage here. There's got to be some goodies here for sure. Do we think that the chain launcher can appropriately hit from here to here? Oh my goodness, it can. I knew it was a good idea to bring this chain launcher. Thank you, chain launcher. I'll never forget you. And I'm glad that I got the Leave No Trace badge before this recent update. We'll just use that there because it's funny, I think. Go and see what's in this luggage over here. Okay, we can kind of... No, we were kind of stanky-legging it for a second there. Any goodies over here? What are we seeing in the luggage? A heat pack? Don't mind if I do. I'll eat that. Heat pack, I eat that. Putting up a rope. It's a feat that I've done in the Alpine. We get this explorer's luggage. We got another rope cannon. Oh my god, we're just balling out of control. We just got rope cannons for days. And where do we use this one? We're kind of getting spooned right now. What about like right here? That come on, don't touch the lava. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're cooking, I think. Oh yeah. Dude, the luggage, a godsend. It's already made the start of the Alpine so easy. Now we've climbed into Pitten territory. We're gonna see if we can stay on the outside for as long as possible, but I think we're already farther than we were on run 1. Which, as previously stated, it looks a little awkward. I'm still tempted as to whether or not I should make it like run 0.5 and then make this one run 1. Run 1? Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Oh, look at all that luggage. Goodness gracious, I'm tempted, but I must hold strong. Yeah, I'm tempted to make that run 0.5 and then make this one run 1. Just because I don't know. I mean, it'll look kind of silly, right? It'll look kind of silly because I have said like, oh, we're gonna do some daily peak runs, and then very immediately I went on I had to travel 2 weeks in a row actually. So you know, I traveled and then I came back to work a couple days and then I traveled again and I just had no time to record dailies. So it'll look really dumb, but I don't know, maybe I save it for a rainy day. Save it for like the rainy day. We almost met an incredibly awkward fate there. Maybe I'll just save it for a rainy day. Who knows? Who knows? I might throw it in there in the 0.5, and this will be the first one. Especially if we win, dude. Coming in on a dub would be huge. Which is, you know, I'm kind of talking myself into it right now, so we'll see. Okay, hop on this guy right here. Oh, we've run out of hot juice. So we're gonna hop over here. Now, we run into a concern that is like the... I don't even know what that hidden leads to. Maybe we just keep going this way. We can get around there. That looks like an easy route up. Ouch, Uchi, owie, it's cold. Ouch, Uchi, my fingers, it's cold still. Sometimes you gotta go down to go up. Oh, my leg! I can see my own leg flash before my eyes. And I think there's luggage over here too, somewhere. No, it's way down there. Yeah, I'm not interested. Sorry, I'm not particularly interested in that luggage anymore. Okay, we can make this jump to the pit for sure. I'll have to use a little bit of energy, but that's fine. Come on, grab pit, and there we go. Alright, pit and secured. Uh-oh. It is, breaking, so that is our only use of that pit, and almost certainly. And it's about to get a little chilly. But I think we'll be alright. I'm wondering... Right here is probably a better way to do this. And then, can we stand on this up here? I mean, yeah, we can. Okay. Oh, and we can stand on a not frozen area? Oh, we're cooking. Now, I don't want to jinx it. But we may beat this Alpine yet. I forget, do we still have the lantern? No, we threw it away. Okay, I didn't necessarily need to do that, but I think it was important, because in the Alpine, indecision is oftentimes fatal. I see that somebody sent me a Discord message, and I cannot check that right now. I'm sorry if that's important. I hope it's not, but, you know, if it is, sorry, I'm peaking right now. Just kidding, I did that in high school. Just kidding, high school was pretty mediocre at best. Okay, so maybe, you know what, maybe that rope right there was just a, that was my sixth sense kicking in. Can we hop this lava? Are we lava hoppers? We'll save that for when we absolutely must. The good news. Okay, that's not good news. That was bad news. That was, a really unfortunate use of energy. But the good news is I think we've bested the Alpine. I believe the Alpine is no longer of any concern to us. It has also just occurred to me that I forgot that I had made some coffee earlier, and I bet you it's very cold right now. It's about, lukewarm. That is about as lukewarm to moderately, cold as it gets. But good news. We now have an extra space in our backpack to put the med kit. Mr. Statue, what you got for us? Anti-rope spool again. Alright, good to know. Oh my goodness, and we got some berries? Some yummy red crisp berries? Don't mind me. Oh, nope, stop rolling away. Actually, check it out, I got a huge plan. Yeah. Get back here, Chris Berry. Don't think you can get away from me. I've got a new place for you to be, and that's inside this luggage. I'm gonna bring this luggage with me instead of my backpack. I'm just gonna be carrying a suitcase up the rest of the mountain. Now, looking over At OBS. This certainly is not going to be a sub-hour run. You know, not to belittle myself, but 50 minutes on the Alpine, that's pretty doo-doo garbage. But that's okay. I'm gonna light this. I mean, like, we've already gotten the Bing Bong achievement, right? But he's just the realest there ever was. And I don't think there'll ever be somebody as real as Bing Bong. So unless we are actively in danger, I think the Bing Bonginator must stay. He is a very important member of this mountain climbing team. I don't know if I could have done it without him. Do we need 2 anti-ropes? Oh, we're not gonna get hurt. Take this marshmallow. What do we need? What do we need a health kit for when we're never going to take damage? Now some aloe vera might be cool for this region, but like taking damage? Nah, that could be me. Also, this might be one of the lightest I've ever had my bags, getting to this section. Normally my bags are full of like garbage, like 4 coconuts or 4 rope cannons, which weigh a bajillion pounds, but we're doing pretty good on capacity right now. It turns out, anti-rope cannons, all these things float. So I assume they either have negative. Oh, I assume they either. Dude, can I stand here, please? Assume they either have negative weight or no weight. Oh. Now, important thing about this zone is the time is of the essence. Each time the lava drops and comes back up, I believe it comes a little higher. So this is for sure a speed test. That's fine. We, things get a little hot. We can stand the heat. We have no injuries on us. We do want to double check the best way, so we need to get there. I see luggage over there, which would be sick. Going on that chain, we could go that way, but I think we just make the jump over here after it gets a little less hot. Or before it gets a little less hot. It actually just depends. Alright, there we go. A little toasty down here, boys, but that's fine. We should be able to heal from our burns before we get to the next section. And I think we're just chilling. Uh-oh, fire tornado. Fire tornado. Fire tornado. Okay, so, that was perhaps an unnecessary risk, but I would like to point out that just saved us a lot of time. We have saved a it's getting a little hot here. We've saved a significant amount of time by doing that. Oh man, this rock's getting real hot. I think this is a safe place right here. My concern is that because of the hotness, we may run into a situation where we don't have enough energy to climb up there without chipping into our excess energy pool. Okay, oh, up there. We're just gonna have to have some very opportune standing placements, and we'll be good. We will be cooking. Who would have known that a game about climbing a mountain would be so enthralling? Ooh, eggs, dude. Famished, even. Climbing a mountain has never been so exhilarating, and there's significantly less of a chance that I perish from doing so. It's crazy how dangerous mountain climbing is. Oh, dude, a flare. That's awesome. I know just what I'm going to do with this. Yeah, mountain climbing has like a pretty high mortality rate. For certain mountains, of course. And by pretty high, I mean, it's not like, you know, there's probably mountains and where it's pretty high. It's probably got a similar mortality rate to, like, spelunking. But, it's just like, you know, trails, cool. Going on a hike, yeah, that's cool. I like nature. But when you ask me to climb a mountain, I just immediately, the first thing I think of is like, yeah, you know, Mount Everest. Got a lot of bodies on it. And I think that they have crews that go up to remove bodies pretty frequently. So, I don't know. I mean, if that's your thing, do it. No one's gonna stop you. But I'll let you know for a fact. I'm not interested. The only climbing I'm gonna be doing on a mountain is going to be, up like a 15-degree incline. And only if it's like 15 degrees the whole way. Because your boy don't play around. Not to say that, you know, I'm scared of mountains or anything. If I had to climb a mountain, I could. Probably, I don't know. I've never climbed a mountain. But it's just like the risk assessment in my mind is very weighed. It's very heavy in the direction of, yeah, I mean, like, why do it, though? The upside is like, oh, you can tell people you climbed a mountain. It's like, yeah, that's sick, dude. I could tell people that anyway if I lie good enough. But the potential downside? Dude, I can just smell a rolled ankle from a mile away. Rope cannon? Alright, cool. Did we use anything? We didn't. Okay, that's normal rope. That's fine. Big lollipop? No thank you. Although it is kind of goated. In the final section, I will admit, it is kind of... Actually, what am I doing? We're about the troll series style. Where's the fire at? Have I been pranked? They removed the fire from this last little bit? Touch this ancient statue, I guess. Fairy lantern? I don't even remember what that does. Well, I guess they, eat this granola bar. I guess they removed the fire from here. Well, I guess I'll just chow down on this granola, this trail mix. Take a rope cannon in hand, and then we'll be on our way. That's weird. I could have swore in my head that there was a fireplace here last time. But it has also been approximately 2 weeks since I played, so maybe that's one of the additions. They're like, yeah, you know, people are succeeding in the kiln too frequently, so we got rid of the fire pit preceding the kiln because we don't want you cooking food. Dude, what is this? I'm wondering what this noise has been the whole game. The whole game, there's just been like a fairy noise. Here, hold on. What is that? Is that my rope cannon? I don't know if it's my rope cannon or not, but I've been noticing this noise. Oh, there's the fire. I see. I guess there's gonna be a marshmallow up here too. I wonder why they changed the location. Maybe it's because they didn't want people to immediately just cook all the food and get free energy. Oh my god. The lava's still rising. Maybe that's to prevent, like, doing a run back to get more stuff. I don't know. I'm not actually sure why they did that, but it appears as we're locked in now. The kiln. Alright. Kiln time. Oh. My goodness. It's a strange noise. Let's take a quick peek of our directioning here. That looks pretty simple to get to there and then up to there and then I guess that way. Maybe? I don't know. Over here maybe? I don't know. It seems like a pretty reasonable area though. I guess we'll start off by hitting that with the kapow. Yeah. Oh my god. What have I done? There's nowhere for me to get over there. Did they rework the kiln? Do I actually have to start on the outside edges? This is stinky. Stinky poo-poo. That's fine. That's fine. We're adventurers. We climb mountains out of necessity, which means we're cooking. May have wasted a little bit of a rope cannon there, but, you know, what were the alternatives? It's not like we were going to take it with us. We had no more hands. I wonder if you put ropes close enough to lava if they can catch on fire. That'd be a nice little, touch to the urgency of using rope-based stuff in the kiln. Oh my good golly gracious. Okay, note to self. It's, you know, it may be lava, but it do be... What are we doing? What are we doing here? What kind of figurative, interpretive dance were we performing in that corner? Right here. Alright. Got ourselves a nice little crevasse. Could be able to get us to the next place. I think we're already above where our rope was. Yeah, alright, cool. Okay, I gotta use this. I don't know if it's just like the haunted ropes that are in my backpack, but I've got to figure out what this noise is. I'm about to shoot the anti-rope cannon at myself. Nice witchcraft, good one. About to shoot the anti-rope cannon just directly into my own face. It's like Chinese water torture, except for, you know, some kid was messing around with the Casio keyboard in piano class, and he found that one little angelic tone that almost kind of sounds good, but not really, and he's just holding on the key forever, trying to see when it ends. That was a very specific reference, but it's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Now, if we're men, we make that jump. Is there... I think we actually just fall and die if we do that. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. I don't think that jump is something we make. Now, with this anti-rope cannon, however, I think we do get up top here. And the anti-rope cannon shoots straight down, yeah? So like, right about here? That seems reasonable. It's like a reasonable place for the anti-rope cannon to end. Please tell me I can sit up here. Alright, we're good. We're Gucci. The anti-rope cannon has succeeded. We still have 2 spools of anti-rope. Which honestly, I feel like anti-rope might be just the most goated thing of all time for the kiln. Can we even squeeze through here? No, we can like spasm about, but it does not appear like this is a good place to be. Okay, drop this. Take this rope out. And then where do we want this to go? I mean, we can get out here. Can we spool this out, please? I mean, I'll use the whole dang spool. I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. We can tie that here. Alright. Go, my rope. The only downside about the anti-rope is that it's very, very wiggly up top. It is very wiggly woggly, like a wacky flailing inflatable tube arm man. I didn't watch the Family Guy skit enough to really remember the proper naming convention for him, but I believe you understand what I'm attempting to reference. Alright, we're in. There it is. The kiln, easy peasy, livin' greasy. So what is our next step? I mean, this is like... That's like an easy jump, right? I don't just die here. Dude, maybe I do just die here. It's a pretty large jump, and I think I slip off and explode if I make it. We'll just be a little more cautious. Come stand in this corner right here. And then we'll just climb up the... Nope. Nope. Stop. No, no dancing. No, we're dancing again. We can stand here? We can't stand here. Okay, good to know. Nope. Hold on there, buckaroo. Okay. Now we're climbing. And we're gonna come over here. Oh, we done it. We got a little bit of energy left, so that's fine. And I think, do we just like rope spool it up again? Do we have enough rope to... Dude, the anti-rope spool is very long. Holy smokes. Do we, if we attach it here, do you think we get more distance out of it? I mean, probably a little bit, right? Okay, let's get this anti-rope. This was a gambit. Oh, and it was a successful gambit, too. Actually, it may be more appropriate to say gamble there. I'm not really sure when it is, better to say gambit or gamble. It was a gamble, for certain. But until I go and study my dictionary, I'm not sure if it was a gambit. Outside of the context of, like, chess moves, of course. A lot of people like to, you know, oh my god, that man just pulled off the Queen Slayer's left-handed booger gambit. He's cooked. And, like, all he did was, like, move a fucking rook to C5. Everyone's losing their mind. I'm like, nah, that's sick, dude. I used to know a little bit about chess. Back in the day, we used to be the, head of the chess club. Pick this rope spool out. We might need to use some more here. Used to be the, head of the chess club in middle school. But it's a very interesting story for, okay, well, let's be reasonable. Let's eat a marshmallow. Let's eat a marshmallow and use some rope, I think. We used to be the head of the chess club in middle school. But that was only because I was, kicked out of the knitting club. Every Wednesday, we would go to clubs at a certain time for like an hour or so. And everybody had to sign up for a club. You had to do something. You didn't really have the opportunity to not be a part of a club. So I was like, you know what? That seems like a skill that I could use in the future. My grandma loves knitting. You know, maybe I can bond with her over something. So, joined the knitting club. It was immediately apparent that I was the only guy in there. And, you know, I got through the first few meetings alright. They taught me how to crochet. I was like, this is sick. And then I was informed on club day, I went there as usual, and the assistant principal was sitting in there. And they're like, hey man, can I talk to you for a second outside? And I was like, yeah, sure. I wasn't under the impression I had done anything wrong. However, I very soon found out that my biggest mistake was being a guy and trying to be in the knitting club. Like, yeah, you know, this, the knitting club was supposed to kind of just be like a, you know, a girls-only affair. And I was like, oh. Why? And they're like, oh, it's just, you know, that's what the teacher's comfortable with. And I was like, well, I mean, far be it from me to argue with my peers that, I don't belong in knitting club for whatever reason. So then, the next, like, few weeks, I just kind of wandered around the hallways on Wednesdays. And I guess everybody thought that I was consistently just walking to wherever my club was, until one day a teacher's like, hey, young man, where you going? I was like, I don't know, I just kind of walk around on Wednesdays. And they're like, why aren't you in your club? And I was like, I got kicked out of it. And she went and checked the system to see what club I was supposed to be in, and she's like, oh, you're in knitting club. I was like, yeah, I was. But I no longer have access to knitting club. I've been banished to the Shadow Realm. I'm gonna take another gamble here on some rope. I've been banished from the knitting club, never to return. And she's like, oh, well, I mean, you still need to find a club of some kind. This may have been a horrendous mistake. You still need to find a club. I was like, okay, well, you have any advice? She's like, no. So she just took me up to the principal's office and was like, this man needs a club. And the janitor walked by and he's like, you know about chess? How do you feel about chess? I was like, chess, all right. So me and the janitor made we made chess club. Dude, what the? I've just freaked it. I believe. Okay, we'll take this, and then we'll take Bing Bong. And then, nope, Bing Bong, you're coming with me, pal. And then we'll, toss this. I don't think we need it anymore. We've run out of goodies. I believe we've used our rope in the wrong area, but we have a vantage point here, so I think we go back down there, climb over there, climb up that. Alley-oop. Okay, so we've got our anti-rope. We've used every bit of it, unfortunately. Oh, I'm here. Oh! Ooh, ooh. Ooh, goodness. Goodness golly gracious, that could have been devastating. Okay. We just walk our way over here, and we're gonna try it from this side. We can see our bag. Our bag's over there. What was our... What did I say? Try it right here? How on earth am I gonna get up there? What was in that luggage? Nothing? Okay. We go over there, climb up that way. We kind of walk over that. That just puts us back where we were. Okay. We'll do a little more exploration here. Unfortunately, I cannot dilly-dally for too long because we are down to our last morsel of food. What did we leave behind over here? Bandages. I guess we'll take them. I guess we'll take these bandages. Can we... If we could perhaps sit up here in between the climb? Is this like a sittable area? I mean, just barely. It's, just barely where we could sit. Yeah, what was I talking about? Chess Club? Yeah, you know, Chess Club was sick. You know, it was just me and the janitor playing chess. Uh-oh. And then, eventually some other people showed up and they were like, oh, you guys, playing chess? And I switched over to Chess Club because, you know, chess is epic. And so, like, you know, it was a pretty good time. I enjoyed chess while I played it. I found out some unfortunate news last year that, the janitor, who was, he did chess club and he also taught the soccer team there. Luggage. He also taught the soccer team there. I found out that, 2 years ago he got murdered. Oh, the rope cannon. Yeah, 2 years ago he got murdered. No! How far down, dude? It's gone. It's gone. Rope cannon's gone. Lost the rope cannon. This is devastating. A devastating blow to the Bing Bong boys. What was I saying? Yeah, he got murdered. And they just found him, like, dead in his apartment from non-self-inflicted gunshot wounds. And I was like, that's, kind of sucks. He was a cool guy. He had a, awesome accent that I thought was super cool. Are we cooked? Chat, we're cooked. We're cooked. Oh. We're alive. We live? No. Oh. We live. Okay, we're concussed. We are concussed for sure. Well, while we're down here, I guess... I guess we'll come down here and check and see what we got in this luggage right here. The only issue being I'm not sure how we get back up once we get down there. But we'll see. There's that first, the first rope spool. Okay, another rope spool. Can we make that? Ooh. Oh, we did. We did make it. So here's, look, this is how we're doing it. Does it reach down there? Can't tell. I cannot see where this rope is going. And I do not want to fall off here and die, so I'm just going to use a little extra. Certainly that's enough. Okay, climb the luggage. Big luggage, big problems. Okay, airline, food, and a balloon. Oh, beans. Beans, 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 beans. Ouch, it's hot rock here. Ooh. Oh, come on, get up there. Okay. What did we even do here? Jeez, Rick. My concussion is going to make this very difficult. Can we even get up here? We're gonna have to use energy, aren't we? Oh man. I'm not sure if we've got a solution for this one, unless we happen to stumble upon those bandages that I threw off earlier. Throwing off both the bandages and the rope cannon. What a devastating blunder. What an absolutely catastrophic mistake to make. Okay, how far can we climb up here? Okay, so we can like, can we walk it here? No, we can't. But I think we have to. Okay, we're slowly but surely running out of energy, but there's still a chance. It is a slim one, and it's even slimmer now that I just used all that energy. Did we jump over there? Is this where we went last time? I think we have to eat this. My concern is that very soon we'll have to shed Bing Bong, and I really don't want to shed Bing Bong. Oh, there goes my balloon. I really don't want to shed Bing Bong, because once we shed Bing Bong, is it really even a true victory? If we're not binging, if we're not the Bing Bong boys, then like, what are we? We are nothing. Do we have enough stamina to get up there? Yeah, we're just... Okay, what about... Is this the path we take? Did we jump up? Yeah, we probably jumped over here. Alley-oop. Climb up here. Climb up here. Then we use our anti-rope to get up here. We're making it. We have the opportunity to take an alternative route now. Although we might just be taking the same route, to be honest. You know, it worked the first time. That gets us up there. The same way that this gets us up there. However, this, I believe, has significantly less energy usage. The timer is on. We have no more food. What is this? Oh, it's just a bag. That's just a bag. Well, alright. Bing Bong. We're gonna send help, buddy, I promise. I promise we're gonna get you out of here, pal. Remember, you're a Bing Bong boy till the true end. If anyone ever asks if I'm binging, they gotta know that we're bonging. Okay, so we're back to here. That's not a solution. Is that luggage? I can't tell. I think that's just rock. And that still isn't a solution. We have to get up there somehow. And the last time we tried, we got dookied on, serious style. Okay, let's walk over here. And there's not even a ledge for us to do it on the hot rock either. Oh, man. Okay, how high up can we... If we like come over here, can we like get a little close? Okay, I don't know if that helps us though. Like, okay, can we get in a corner? The rope spool can do us something, but what it can do us, I'm not really familiar. Okay, okay, go like right here. Does this get us in this crevice? Is this like a sittable crevice? No, it's not. Okay, but we have a safety rope to fall back down on. Okay, so that's not an area either. Goodness gracious. That rope cannon was gonna be our savior. We've really gotten ourselves into quite the pickle. Okay, well, I think we have to go back around and check one last time before we accept our fate of starving in the kiln. Bing Bong, you holding on, man? I know it's kind of toasty in here. Kind of toasty in this bit. Okay. Let's alley-oop. Give us a sit here. Okay, that just used all our energy. We're so cooked. All our energy, we're so cooked. I think unfortunately, I think that does it. I think we are half past in trouble. Okay, we've fallen once again. What about this side? Nothing on here either. How do we... Like, how do we get up there? That luggage would be super cool. But I do not perceive of a way to achieve luggage height. Is this walkable? No. No, it is not. Dude, the kiln stinks. This is a stinky place. Well, I mean, this is where we were last time, right? Yeah, that's where the rope is. I mean, I guess we just gotta keep trying with the rope until we succeed. We no longer have to worry about not having enough energy, because we're totally out of energy. Okay. Let's see. What about this way? Can we... Bing Bong, you got any solutions down there, Paleo? I think that is a no. Does this say standable rock in the heat? Is this our hidden solution here? Stand in here. Get up here. Here. No, I don't think the heat does it. Unless we can, like, whip it around over there from the rope. Getting so hungry, Bing Bong. Getting so hungry. Up here. Climb to the top of this rope, and there's like there's a ledge over there we got up to, but that didn't do us any favors. Oh, my spool. Where's my rope? Did we lose the rope? I think we lost the rope. It's over. Alright, what do you think the odds are that we go back down and we find those bandages and we also find the rope cannon? Probably pretty slim, right? What a stinky way to end. Okay, that's lovely. Well, Bing Bong. I believe our journey has come to a close, brother. Let us journey back down to the bottom of the kiln together. Our final moments shall be on our own accord. Uh-oh. Alright, Bing Bong, that really hurt. I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That was a painful fall. Let me... Alright, Bing Bong. Alas, we meet our fate. Hell, you. Oh, man. We were the Bing Bong boys until the very end. I don't think that's a way down. Check this one out, though. Ooh. Bing Bong. They're going to find us. Oh, man. What a run. R.I.P. Bing Bongs. We were so close. Body was never found. It's reassuring. You get a new badge, though. Yeah, that's tough. A few unfortunate mistakes towards the end cost it, but you know. Tomorrow's another day, another mountain. Not even tomorrow. I think it resets in like an hour. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that episode of Peak. The daily grind. I guess the daily climb. It's a difference in all of it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, let me know how you felt down below, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Ciao.